Hey students and friends, this is a quick test video so that I can figure out how to upload things onto YouTube to be viewed by you in the coming weeks and months. What I'd like to start doing is reading excerpts and chapters from various lores, legends, and mythologies from around the world. This is my favorite subject of study within literature. I love how when you read the stories that come from all these different civilizations, how it gives you the unique ability to view the world through the lens in which they were viewing the world and to make sense of it um, without modern technology, without all the tools that we have today to make sense of the world around us. This is how they did it, and this is the best that they could really come up with at the time. From crazy things like the world existing on the back of a giant turtle to the world literally being licked out of into existence by a giant cow um, and a massive iceberg. So, without further ado, you can never really go wrong with these kinds of stories, and as this is just a test video, I'm going to flip open a random page from a random book. I have here Bulfinch's Mythologies, and we're going to do a quick little 5 or so minute excerpt so that I could figure out this YouTube stuff. So here we go. The page that I have flipped to, and I'll get to the start of the chapter, is 479 from Bulfinch's Mythology. And this is from King Arthur and His Knights, a British legend. And this is about Perceval. The father and two elder brothers of Perceval had fallen in battle or tournaments, and hence, as the last hope of his family, his mother retired with him into a solitary region, where he was brought up in total ignorance of arms and chivalry. He was allowed no weapon, but a lytle Scots spear, which was the only thing of all her lord's fair gear that this mother carried to the wood with her. In the use of this he became so skilful that he could kill with it not only the animals of the chase for the table, but even the birds on the wing. At length, however, Perceval was roused to a desire of military renown by seeing in the forest 5 knights who were in complete armor. He said to his mother, "Mother, what are those yonder?" "They are angels, my son," said she. "By my faith I will go and become an angel with them." And Perceval went to the road and met them. "Tell me, good lad," said one of them, "sawest thou a knight pass this way either today or yesterday?" "I know not," said he, "what a knight is." "Such an one as am I," said the knight. "If thou wilt tell me what I ask thee, I will tell thee what thou askest me." "Gladly will I do, sir," said Sir Owain, for that was the knight's name. "What is this?" demanded Perceval, touching the saddle. "It is a saddle," said Owain. Then he asked about all the accoutrements which he saw upon the men and the horses, and about the arms, and what they were for, and how they were used. And Sir Owain showed him all those things fully, and Perceval in return gave him such information as he had. Then Perceval returned to his mother and said to her, "Mother, those were not angels, but honorable knights." Then his mother swooned away, and Perceval went to the place where they kept the horses, and carried firewood and provisions for the castle, and he took a bonny, piebald horse, which seemed to him the strongest of them, and he pressed a pack into the form of a saddle, and with twisted twigs he imitated the trappings which he had seen upon the horses. When he came again to his mother, the countess had recovered from her swoon. "My son," said she, "desirest thou to ride forth?" "Yes, with thy leave," said he. "Go forward, then," she said, "to the court of Arthur, where there are the best and the noblest and the most bountiful of men, and tell him thou art Perceval, the son of Pellinore, and ask of him to bestow knighthood upon thee. And whenever thou seest a church, repeat there thy paternoster. Thou mayest take them. If thou hear an outcry of one in distress, Proceed towards it, especially if it be the cry of a woman, and render her what service thou canst. If thou see a fair jewel, win it, for thus shalt thou acquire fame, yet freely give it to another, for thus thou shalt obtain praise. If thou see a fair woman, pay court to her, for thus thou wilt obtain love. After this discourse, Perceval mounted the horse, and taking a number of sharp-pointed sticks in his hand, he rode forth, and he rode far in the woody wilderness without food or drink. At last he came to an opening in the wood, where he saw a tent, and as he thought it might be a church, he said his paternoster to it, and he went towards it. And the door of the tent was open, and Perceval dismounted and entered the tent. In the tent he found a maiden sitting, with a golden frontlet on her forehead, and a gold ring on her hand. And Perceval said, "Maiden, I salute you, for my mother told me whenever I met a lady, I must respectfully salute her." Perceiving in one corner of the tent some food, 2 flasks full of wine, and some boar's flesh roasted, he said, "My mother told me, whenever I saw meat and drink, to take it." And he ate greedily, for he was very hungry. The maiden said, "Sir, thou hadst best go quickly from here, for fear that my friends should come, and evil should befall you." But Perceval said, "My mother told me wheresoever I saw a fair jewel to take it." And he took the gold ring from her finger, and put it on his own, and he gave the maiden his own ring in exchange for hers. Then he mounted his horse and rode away. All right. So that was a couple of pages from the story of Perceval, from the Legends of King Arthur as presented in Bulfinch's Mythology. Again, this is a test video. I will be uploading hopefully fairly regularly here in the coming weeks and months, and sharing the link with all of you to view here on YouTube. So thanks for checking it out. Let me know if you have any thoughts or feedback, and that's that. Hope you're all doing well. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.